COMS 3603, Rhetoric and Public Culture, Fandom and Mediated Communities. I'm really excited to work with you all this summer, and I think we're going to have a great time in our class. This is one of my favorite classes to teach, and it's actually perfect for teaching online because you get to experience so many of the things that you love and interact with them with other people in the class through Blackboard and our online resources. And you're able to do it in the comfort and convenience of your own home. So let me tell you a little bit about the class. This summer session, we will have 7 weeks where we will be focusing on a different unit each week. And let me tell you a little bit about the structure of the class. First of all, and this is kind of syllabus day, you can contact me anytime you like online by email, beck@ohio.edu. I check my email at least once every 24 hours, except maybe sometimes not over the weekends. If you email me on a Friday night, don't expect I'll get back to you before Monday. There's a chance that I might, but I might not as well. But I do always check my email within every 24 hours. I'm also on Facebook. However, remember that if you friend me on Facebook, I'm going to be seeing your statuses, so you can weigh the pros and cons of that as well. All of the readings are online. So if you have a reading, check to see if it's a journal article. If it's a journal article, then it is available through the OU library online. If it is not a journal article, then it will be on Blackboard. But you don't need to purchase anything. Readings that are journal articles will not be available on Blackboard. So please don't write me and say, oh, this reading's not on Blackboard. I didn't forget, but it's a duplication of efforts to have it on Blackboard as well as on the OU library. Just search for the journal article, the journal title, and you should be able to easily find all of the readings that are on the OU library. In this class, we're going to be focusing on the rhetorical accomplishments of fandom. And I had a student a couple of terms ago say, well, I don't know if this is really a good class for me because I'm not, a fanatic about anything. Well, we're going to toy with that word fanatic, but please know this. Everybody is a fan of something. And I deliberately chose to have my intro video in my living room because this is going to give you a couple of examples about things that I'm a fan of. If you look over here, you see pictures of one of my daughters who is in a production of Alice. Our family tends to be very into drama. I do a lot of things through our Vacation Bible School and through things at my church, and especially my second daughter was very much into the theater. Looking down here, you see, and you possibly can't see the pictures all that well, but if you go on my Facebook, you can see my pictures. We're very into 4-H. I'm very much a fan of 4-H. I'm very much a fan of my family. It's my youngest daughter is clapping in the background. And over here you see I'm a fan of Precious Moments. I'm definitely a fan of Disney. You hear my dog barking. Right now I'm not a fan of my dog. But, we're all a fan of something, whether or not it's a TV show, a sports team. My husband's really into Nebraska football. His whole office is a shrine to Nebraska football. Take my word for it, it is. And, what we're going to do is figure out how we communicate our fan status and what that means and how we participate in communities with other fans and how we communicatively accomplish that. And that's the focus of the class. Your syllabus is your guide to the entire class, and I'm not going to go through reading the entire syllabus to you, but I do want to highlight just a couple more things. As you go through the syllabus, make sure that you look at each of the sections, each of the weeks, and know exactly what is due at that week. Every week, by Friday at midnight, you have a discussion board post that is due. Every Friday by midnight, a discussion board post. In addition, you will be working on a couple of other projects, and one of those projects is that you will be having an interview with a fan. And the criteria and the deadline for that are all outlined on the syllabus. Your final project will actually be a Facebook page devoted to something that you consider yourself a fan of. And you get to choose what that's going to be. Throughout the class, we're going to be talking a lot about convergence culture and about how we don't just rely on Facebook, but we also rely on Twitter, blogs, online resources, television, radio, film, etc. All of those different mediated forms play into how we enact our fandom. Just want to highlight a couple of other little class policies as I look on the syllabus for our syllabus day here. I think this should be a fun class. I hope that you have fun with this. This is something where these are very fun topics, and I hope that you embrace that. We're going to be watching some great films. We're going to be doing a lot of great activities, and I really just hope you embrace that. To have fun with it, I think that you need to keep yourself from being frustrated with it. And along those lines, I urge you to read all emails from me. It is critical that you read those communications. Through those emails, I will be reminding you about deadlines. I will be greeting you every week. I will be telling you about your grades. Especially in an online class, that's your lifeline. And it's so important. I say that you really can't be successful in this class unless you read those emails. Please make sure that you do all of the assignments, even if you've watched Fever Pitch before. It's really important that you watch it again, because then you're reading it within the frame of the readings. So this week, we're getting started by talking about our Unit 1 readings. Unit 1 will cover us the first couple of weeks. Every week, you're required to read some readings, and then I ask you to choose one from a list of optional readings. And this week, you're going to be talking about how you self-identify as a fan. And you have 2 discussion board posts due this week. The first one, I'm asking you to introduce yourself to the class. And the second one, I'm asking you to, I'm sorry, I apologize. You only have one due this week. You're introducing yourself to the class as a student and as a fan. So one discussion board due this week, but you're going to do those couple of things. You're introducing yourself as a fan, as also as a student in the class. And start to read those initial readings. So anyway, I will be communicating with you by email. I'll also have a couple of more of these video introductions to units throughout the class. I welcome you to our class, and I hope you have a great time. If ever you have any questions, just send me an email. Thanks, and I look forward to working with you this summer.